What's up guys, this is Rinda, also known as Linda because NARS and MK can't fucking change one letter of my name. And I am here playing the game Katawa Shoujo. Well, actually, Katawa Shoujo is a visual novel, but you still get to make decisions and stuff, so we're playing it. Also, this game has R-rated scenes in it, but for the sake of some viewers, we're not going to show them. So let's get started. Oh, wait, and the creator of the game is 4 Leaf Studios. I'll leave a link down in the description to their website. Right, now let's get started. Woo-hoo. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wind chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deciduous trees provide a beautiful green canopy, far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. But now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in this cold. So our character's name is Hisao. Just how long am I expected to wait here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 p.m. Ah yes, the note slipped between the pages of my math book when I wasn't looking. As far as cliché goes, I'm more of a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. As I ponder the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. The snowflakes silently fall from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. Hi, Hisao? You came? A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than a eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. Oh, we got that apple hair going, huh? Ooh, cool. That's cool. You wanna go? I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours? Damn it, I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. Pathetic. Yes, you are very pathetic. Yes, I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. What the hell's happening to him? My heart is pounding now, as if it were trying to burst out from my chest and claim this girl for itself. So, here we are, out in the cold. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. I'm pretty sure I butchered this freaking word. Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. Give her your jacket, that's gonna look so cute. As it passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine, and she lazily twirls her long dark hair around her finger. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows faster. My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried. You see... What the heck is happening to this dude? I wanted to know if you'd go out with me. Say yes, say yes, say yes. I stand there motionless, save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point. Hisao? I reach up to try to massage my throat, but this only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. He's gonna die, isn't he, huh? He's so! My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which shoot open in terror. He is dying. He's so! The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Owanako running towards me, all these fade to black. So he's unconscious now or something like that? I don't really know what's happening. The last thing I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help and the incessant clatter of the branches above. I am butchering so many words today. So yep, it's made by 4 Leaf Studios. An IV drop. So are we in the hospital now or something? I think we are. Oh, and if you guys didn't know, Katawa Shoujo in English, it means disability girls. Yeah. Yep, we are definitely in a hospital. So I wonder what happened. Did he get like a heart attack or something like that? We'll have to find out soon then. Pretty cool animation, I guess. I don't really know. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. So he had a heart attack during that condition. I wonder if Iwanako is scarred for life now. In that whole time, I could probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts, so I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. Arrhythmia, I can't pronounce shit today, great. A strange word, a foreign, alien one you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition. It causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal, so he could have died. Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. I guess he's not appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. Why is he so freaking pessimistic? I can't English. My parents, I think, were hit harder than the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. Hemorrhages. Okay. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for your cure. And they probably did it. Of course there isn't a cure. Of course there isn't a cure. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatment. When I was first admitted, I felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. Aw, that's really nice. But then, the visitors soon dwindled and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. I realized the only reason I have gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy has been turned into a class project. So nobody cares for him then? That's sad. Maybe some people were generally concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Iwan Nicole was the last to stop visiting. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. At least she showed that she cared about you. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. So you never told her that you liked her or not? Dude, she must feel heartbroken. Man, shouldn't have a heart attack at the time. Just kidding. The hospital? It's not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they are in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate on when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So I idly observed the scar that the surgeries have left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of omen. I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shovels around the answer shows that there is at least some hope. We just need J-Hope to help him. J-Hope, go visit poor Hisao, please. At some point I stopped watching TV. I don't know why, I just did. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. I started reading instead. There was a small library at the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands. I have a whole bunch of friends who are like that. I'm personally not really one, but I do get into books very easily though. But I love the stories. That was what my life was like. The days become increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. I felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mess I was trapped inside, instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. That's like me when I started sleeping late, and every time I would think like a Tuesday was Monday for some reason. It was very horrible. But other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely, and I couldn't even cry. Today, the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. There is this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers, then setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eyes for a moment. "Hello, Hisao. How are you doing today?" I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him. "I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine." Yay, you can finally go back home. We all have your medication sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription. The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. So many. Like how much? Is it just 10? 20? 3? 7? I don't know. Tell us more details. I take it from his hand and take a look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. Maybe he has dyslexia, erectile dysfunction. he has erectile dysfunction. This is insane. Side effects, adverse effects, contradictions, and dosages are listed line after line with cold precision. I can't understand any of it. Attempting to only makes me feel sicker. All this for the rest of my life, every day? I'm afraid this is the best we could do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years. Years? What kind of confidence booster is this? I've felt better if he hadn't said anything at all. Also, I've spoken to your parents and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your school. What? Please, calm down, Hisao. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Calm down. The way he says it tells me he knows full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever my concern shows, it's ignored. We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure your medication is suitable. So, I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. Transfer where? Are we going to okay. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. Disabled? What? Am I? It has a 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby. Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. Go, Sal. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point. Of course, that's only if you want to go. But your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. You went out there and had a look a couple weeks back. I think you'll like it. It looks like I really don't have a choice. Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education. This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Go call it a goddamn opportunity. Dang, he doesn't really like opportunities, doesn't he? Huh? Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same one, a special school, that's an insult. That is what I want to say. It's a step down. It's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help in one way or another. Your father is right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. Man, he has such negative approach to disabilities. I really hate that something so important was decided for me. Dude, you're only in high school, aren't you? Of course, you can't make a lot of your own decisions right now. but I feel you at the same time. But what can I do about it? Our normal life is out of the question now. You can still have a normal life. It's funny, I had always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I can easily yell at something now, something about how I could go back to school anyway, but no. I don't say anything. The fact is I know now it's futile. I look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice, I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. Very pessimistic. But let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. That is all I can think of to get me through this. At least I still have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake just to resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like. So now we are at Act 1, Life Expectancy. So I think this is a good place to end now. So thank you for watching my first video on the SK4L3 channel, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!